Good morning everyone. In last class we discussed estrogen and now we are going to discuss progesterone. In 1929, Corner and Allen they isolated a hormone from corpora lutea which was called as progestin. Like in estrogen we discussed natural and synthetic estrogens. Similarly in progesterone also we are having natural and synthetic progesterones. Natural progestin is progesterone which is in human beings secreted during the secretory phase from corpus luteum, which is developed under the influence of LH after the proliferative endometrial phase. So you can see here hypothalamus, then anterior pituitary, it produces it causes this LH. Then there is corpus luteum. From this corpus luteum, this progesterone is formed. The actions of progesterone is to prepare uterus for implantation and maintenance of pregnancy. This is the main action of progesterone. If this implantation occurs, blastocyst starts secreting chorionic gonadotropin, which is responsible for sustaining corpus luteum. Thus, the pregnancy continues under the influence of secretion of progesterone, which is 10 to 20 milligram daily by this corpus luteum. From second trimester till full term, placenta secretes both estrogen and progesterone. This chart we have already discussed in estrogen synthesis. What happens in adrenal cortex, this cholesterol, it is converted into pregnenolone, which is converted into progesterone. This is the synthesis of progesterone, and when this progesterone is converted into estrogen with the help of 17 alpha OH progesterone, this is the formation of estrogen. But here we are discussing the formation of progesterone. Moving on to the pharmacokinetic, the progesterone is administered orally but has poor bioavailability, so this is administered by IM route. It undergoes rapid first pass metabolism, completely metabolized in liver to pregnenolone, and this undergoes glucuronide and sulfate conjugation as it was going in estrogen. It is excreted in urine. Effect of progesterone persists longer, but half-life is short. Moving on to the actions, progesterone mainly have action on reproductive system. It helps in development of fallopian tube, uterus and vagina. It inhibits uterine contraction during pregnancy, induces secretory phase in estrogen primed uterine endometrium suitable for implantation. It also helps in development of breast and alveolo-lobular secretory system of breast. It causes cervical secretions to become viscid and scanty. Moving on to the CNS, it causes sedation, depressed mood, body temperature is increased, it stimulates respiration and causes feedback inhibition of LH. On metabolism, it increases the basal insulin level and insulin response to glucose. HDL level is reduced whereas LDL level is increased. Fat deposition is facilitated and it has no effect on protein metabolism. It reduces the absorption of sodium, which in turn increases the secretion of aldosterone from adrenal cortex. Mechanism of action. Progesterone enters the cell, binds with cytoplasmic receptors and progesterone receptor complex translocates to nucleus and combines with progesterone response element, which activates the gene transcription similar to glucocorticoid response elements. You can see here it binds to progesterone receptor present in the nucleus, then it undergoes conformational changes, dimerization. Then this attaches to progesterone receptor elements, which ultimately regulates the gene transcription through coactivators. This is the mechanism of progesterone. Now moving on to the uses, similar to estrogen, The two most important uses of progesterone are contraception and MHT, menopausal hormone therapy. It is used in contraception in combination with estrogen, in menopausal hormone therapy, in dysfunctional uterine bleeding. This 10 to 20 milligram norethindrone or medroxyprogesterone is given daily. It is used in endometriosis, endometrial carcinoma, and in premenstrual tension or syndrome. What is this premenstrual tension or syndrome? It is having, the woman will have headache, irritability, tenderness of breast, fluid retention before the onset of menstruation. So these all are the uses of progesterone. If you want to postpone the menstruation, norethindrone is given 5 milligram BD for 3 days before the expected onset of menses. Another use is in premature labor, in threatened abortion, and it is also used in diagnostic purpose to assess estrogen secretion and endometrial responsiveness. Moving on to the adverse effects, when this progesterone is given intramuscularly, it will cause pain at the injection site. High doses can cause rise in body temperature, headache, breast engorgement, acne, and mood changes. Continuous use of this progesterone can cause irregular bleeding, amenorrhea, hyperglycemia, risk of breast carcinoma may increase. During pregnancy, if you are taking this progesterone, it may cause congenital anomalies. Other adverse effects are hirsutism, weight gain, and increased libido. This is a chart that is showing the different forms of progesterone along with the dosage. If you want to give oral, you will give dihydrogesterone, which is 5 to 10 milligram, either OD or BD. Levonorgestrel, which is 0.1 to 0.5 milligram OD. Another one is ethinyl estranol, which is 5 to 10 milligram OD. It is also called as linestrol. Another is allyl-lesteranol, which is 10 to 40 milligram OD. These are all oral. Parenteral is hydroxyprogesterone caproate, which is 250 to 500 milligram given IM. These progesterones you can give either orally or parenterally. First is progesterone given 10 to 100 milligram IM or 10 to milligram oral. Medroxyprogesterone acetate given 50 to 150 milligram IM and 5 to 20 milligram orally. Another is norethindrone, which is given 5 to 10 milligram OD or BD or 200 milligram IM every 2 months for contraception. These are all the progesterone along with doses and route of administration. Moving on to the antiprogesterones. In this we have mifepristone, onapristone, lillopristone, asopresinil, gestinone, and ulipristal. These are all antiprogesterones. We will discuss mifepristone, and rest of these drugs work same as mifepristone does. This mifepristone is a synthetic steroidal derivative of progesterone. It blocks progesterone receptors and prevents the binding of progesterone to its receptor. It is not a pure antagonist, but it is considered as progesterone receptor modulator because it is a partial agonist at both progesterone receptor A and progesterone receptor B. At high doses, it blocks glucocorticoid receptors and has anti-androgenic action. The effect of mifepristone on uterus depends on the stage of menstrual cycle. If you see the effect on follicular phase, it prevents mid-cycle surge of gonadotropin and delays follicular development, and ovulation does not occur. If you see in luteal phase, it prevents secretory changes in endometrium induced by progesterone, which is necessary for implantation. and after implantation it prevents the formation of decidua and dislodges the blastocyst. This mifepristone is having different effects on different phase. Mifepristone is absorbed orally, 25% bioavailability is there. It binds with alpha-1 acid glycoprotein. The plasma half-life is 20 to 40 hours. It is metabolized in liver by enzyme CY, cytochrome P3A4. It undergoes enterohepatic circulation and it is eliminated in stool through bile. This mifepristone is used, the major use of this mifepristone is for termination of pregnancy, or it is used in abortion. The regimens of abortion, there are two regimens. If you are using this mifepristone alone, you will give 400 milligram mifepristone for 4 days, or you will give 800 milligram for 2 days. If you are using this mifepristone in combination, you will give mifepristone 600 milligram orally, single dose, followed by 48 hours later by either 200 microgram misoprostol orally, single dose, or you will give gemiprost 1 milligram intravaginally for up to 7 weeks after the conception. These are the two regimens for termination of pregnancy. If you are not giving misoprostol, you will give this sulprostol, which is another prostaglandin analog and used either by IM or IV route. Another uses contraception, post-coital or emergency contraception. You will give 600 milligram within 72 hours of coitus. And if you want to give monthly contraception, you will give single dose of 200 milligram of mifepristone 2 days after mid-cycle every month. Another use of this mifepristone is for induction of labor in cases of intrauterine death or if the fetus is abnormal. It is also used for cervical ripening, given 600 milligram single dose 24 hours before the induction of labor. It is also used in Cushing syndrome. Other uses for this mifepristone, they are endometriosis, it is used in breast carcinoma, progesterone dependent meningioma, and in uterine leiomyomas. These are all the uses of mifepristone. Moving on to the adverse effects of mifepristone, mainly this mifepristone is avoided in women who are anemic and who are on anticoagulant therapy. Adverse effects will be nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, abdominal cramp, uterine cramp, and most important, the vaginal bleeding. So this was about mifepristone, which is the prototype drug for antiprogesterone. Another drugs work similarly and you can learn accordingly. This was all about progesterone. Next class we will be dealing with the oral contraceptives. Thank you.